My name's Chad Bauer. I'm a captain on the Fort Wayne Fire Department. And I've been telling this story, this testimony, in the hopes of trying to save our kids' lives, trying to help people. I don't want any parent to go through what I went through in the last year and a half. The story started on January 17th of 2021. That night, my son, who was 20 years old at the time, Concordia High School graduate, 2019, he came home from his girlfriend's house, and I came downstairs, and as he always did, before he went to bed, he gave me a hug. He said, "I love you, Pops." And he said, and this was Saturday night, and he goes, "Wake me up for church in the morning." So Logan was a big believer in Christ. He went on mission trips before. He was active. We were on an ushering team together. So I set my alarm, and that morning, 8 in the morning, I went in his room, and my life forever changed. My son had, what I found out later, had taken a fentanyl, and it stopped his heart. I knew right away from being a firefighter by his condition that this isn't good. And I pulled him off the bed and started CPR like I was trained. I yelled for my daughter in the other room. She's about 2 years younger than Logan, and she was 17 at the time. She came in, I yelled for her to call 911. And as I was doing CPR, New Haven Fire Department and EMS showed up. They all know me, they all know Logan, they knew my family. And I don't know how long I did CPR, but I do know that they pulled me off of him and guided me downstairs. But I knew from my experience, the outcome is not good. I knew that he was gone. And I've been given testimonies. No parent should ever have to go through this. And so they came down and they told me, "Your son's gone." And I remember just sitting there, just stunned. And then I remember later on, the coroner came over an hour later. I knew him, and he came in, and no one should ever see their child on a cot with a blanket over him going out. And it was rough. So I'm here giving testimony over that. I'm forever changed. It's like you lose a limb, an arm or a leg. You're still you. I'm still Chad Bauer, but I am never going to be the same. I'm never going to be the same. I loved my son. I was a hands-on dad. I loved my son from his first breath until my last breath. He was the all-American kid. He was great at sports, smiling all the time, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, good at school, very friendly. And if this could happen to him, it can happen to anybody. And so I'm going to give the story out here about this, and it was fentanyl, and just how dangerous fentanyl is, and it's everywhere. And this is a whole team effort. This is a team fight. There's no political boundaries here. We are all together in this because it's everywhere out there, and it's an epidemic. It affects everybody. In the next couple months after my son's passing, my faith was tested. I went through some pretty dark times, and I'm going to touch upon some mental health here. I was in my driveway, and I was such dark thoughts that I had a Glock, it's a gun, and I had it up to my head in my driveway. And I'm just sitting here. How do I live without my son, Logan Bauer? How do I live without my only son, my legacy? I loved him with all my heart. What do? I can't live with this, but I have 2 other daughters. Something told me not to do that. And so 2 weeks later, in 2021, I heard a song, We Will Rock You by Queen, what Logan and I used to sing together. a trigger point. And here I am in my driveway with a Glock to my head. And I'm like, I can't go on. And I was close, and I can't do this. I was in such a dark place. And then something told me again, don't do this, Chad. Then I thought I could almost hear Logan. Logan would not want me doing this. Logan would want me going out and trying to help people, to give my story. That's Logan. He helped people. And so I decided then I need help. So I went to my pastor at Emmanuel, and he helped me out. And I also started seeing a counselor, a Christian counselor / psychologist, and I still see them, and to try to work through these things. And I'm here to tell you, if mental health wise, there is people out there that will help you. Somebody cares about you. Whether you have a rough home life or whatever your personal issue is, somebody's out there that cares about you. Talk about it. Talk to people. Don't keep it in. Don't hold it in. Talk about it. I held it in. I talked about it a little bit, and it almost destroyed me. I'm reaching out. I'm talking to people, and just know someone loves you and cares about you. A grandparent, a cousin, a sports buddy, a teacher. Somebody's out there for you. First responders, police officers, firefighters, medics, but there's people out there that can help you, and they're willing to help you. remedylive, this is what we're doing. There's a lot of people out here like us. Just remember, suicidal thoughts, depression, talk to people, seek help. Logan was a great kid. I miss him every day when I wake up until I go to sleep. I'm here to prevent you guys from doing this, from going through this, your families. And so, from my heart, I pray that you make the right choice.